I hate her so much. Flames, flames. You remember Madeline Kahn in Clue? Flames.
Flames on the side of my face.
We're about to make a flaming hot pepper jelly. Flames burning. Hot pepper jelly. I eat it all the time. I make it all the time and I eat it all the time. What does it consist of? Red peppers and habaneros. What you're gonna do basically is cut these. You need a lot of this, so cut it very gingerly so you can use as much as possible. Take out the seeds. Super easy. You're gonna rough cut this and put it in your food processor. I'm making a small batch. I'm gonna warn you that the gas that comes out of this thing is pretty intense. Like when you put the habaneros in, be aware when you open the food processor, it's kind of like mace, actually. Actually, it's not kind of like mace, it's one kind of mace called pepper spray. Now, habaneros are extremely hot. I don't know what their Schofield thing is, but they're pretty hot. You only need really 2, but I'm gonna use 3. This does not use any pectin or any weird chemical. Any jerk can make this, okay? You're gonna be, and this is something people say, do you have any pepper jelly? I mean, you've heard that at my house. Do you have any pepper jelly? Especially from High Tao. I'm just gonna bring this down a little bit. Perf mania, perfect mania, perf mania. Okay, habaneros, I would usually put gloves on, but I'm not gonna bother. Cut the top. Take the seeds out of 2 of them. Leave the seeds in 1 of them for extra flames burning. She is a legitimate comedy genius. And if you ever watch the outtakes from Young Frankenstein, it's pretty amazing.
And action.
This is gonna be a hot one, because really, this is a lot of habanero, but here we go. Now, you don't want this to be soup. You want it to have some consistency. Like that's pretty good. Almost like a rough tomato sauce. Ooh. Just gonna see if it's too hot. Ah. It's quite hot. Then you're basically gonna cook this down in a good pot with 3 cups of sugar, trust me, and some apple cider vinegar or regular vinegar. And it will cook down. Now, don't cook it down, I'll show you, to the consistency that you want it to be when you eat it, because then it will be a solid rock in the refrigerator. You want to cook it to where you pull the spoon through it and the trail remains for a couple of seconds. That means that when it's cool, it'll be jelly. You can also use pectin if you have it. If you don't have pectin, I've made this 30 times, never used pectin. So I'm just gonna dump this into a pan. We use this in the deviled eggs episode. And I usually just put it on the table. And honestly, it gets eaten fast. So it's beautiful. See how beautiful that is? Now I'm literally gonna put in 3 cups of sugar. I know, it seems crazy, okay? This is our tradition of using the wrong implement. Here at Dinner Party Tonight, we like to use 2 small spoons, 2 small pans, and make mistakes that you don't see a lot of. All right, and some apple cider vinegar, 1½ cups. Get this going. You want to reduce it, okay? Like you're not playing with it. You want it to boil. And then once it starts really boiling, keep your eye on it. And it will reduce, it'll do that thing we always talk about where it's not reducing, and then it goes like that. So when it's been boiling for a few minutes, go back, keep your eye on it. move the spoon in it a little bit because it'll go from perfect to a rock very swiftly. But the beginning part is slow. There's a hot pepper spray on me. Flavor's really good though. I'm actually gonna put a small spoon in here to make sure I like the mix. That's good. That's really good. Could use a little teeny bit more sugar. Just a little bit, believe it or not. I know that seems crazy. And that's that. Hot pepper jelly. Reduce! Reduce! Flames! Flames. Hot pepper jelly. Look at that consistency. So you see when I do this, the line stays for a second. Just for a second. I could have reduced it more, and I have in the past, but I kind of like this consistency. So I'm gonna put it in this Weck jar, and this will keep for over a month. But anyway, let's decant. This is always the fun part. That's a good batch. Oh, that's good. Damn, it's delicious. I'm just gonna clean the top. It's always good to do this when it's still room temperature because when it goes in the fridge, it will set up a little bit more, you know. So I left this at my consistency. You can leave yours at your consistency if you want it looser or firmer. Just remember, the consistency in the pan is nowhere near how firm it's gonna be. Gasket. Makes a great gift for no reason. Great thing to bring to a dinner party. Hot pepper jelly. You can't get it at your deli unless you have a really good deli. There's a hot pepper spray on me. Flavor's really good though.